Welcome to a new episode of Hacks and Hobbies with your host, Junaid Ahmed. Welcome back to another episode of Hacks and Hobbies. It is another day, and it is a beautiful day. Let us see if it is going to be as humid as it was yesterday. But today is also, or tonight is also the day that I get to dispense some of my mobile videography knowledge to the folks attending the meetup in Reston, Virginia for the local LinkedIn Local Nova group. Update on the Anchor app. I've been having a lot of issues on the iPad on the Anchor app as I do my recording, and it'll sit in the folder and it'll say I cannot upload this file. So I hit retry, doesn't do it. Turn off the Wi-Fi, turn off the data, turn it back on, try to re-upload it, doesn't happen. Kill the app, and I come back to the Anchor app. Allegedly, the recordings that I just did are sitting in the folder. I hit retry, it uploads it, but guess what? It uploads it as the same file as that was uploaded before. So it just creates a duplicate of the previous file. So I've basically lost everything that I spoke to it in the past 10 minutes. So I'm kind of annoyed, but I know these guys are working super hard. There's a lot of excellent features in the Anchor app. So currently I'm recording in the Ferrite app. Now Ferrite app is an amazing app for the iPad and the iPhone. It can record your audio from any source that you have connected to the device, and you can also edit your audio files, and you can essentially work on multiple tracks if you wanted to. So just had to throw that in there for today's episode. I have been doing these podcasts on a daily basis as I'm driving to work and to home. It takes me 45 minutes to an hour each way, and I could be doing anything during this time, but I choose to record and create these episodes because I feel that I am adding value. I am adding experiences that I've never really spoke about in the past many years that I've been involved working at a full-time job, doing all of these hobbies and all of these hacks, and there's no place to show for it. So I figured this is the best way. I mean, I used to listen to music. I used to listen to audiobooks, used to listen to podcasts, and there's some amazing podcasts, amazing audiobooks. There are a few audiobooks that I absolutely love, and some of them that I still have yet to finish. So in the next segment, I am going to talk about the books that I have read or reading and give a little excerpt. Now, the excerpt word sounded really funny, and it still does. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So hold on to your holsters and your horses. Hold on tight because I'll be coming back with some book recommendations and books that I'm reading and listening to. So in this segment, I am going to talk about some of the books that I've been listening to on Audible. Book number 1, Give and Take, A Revolutionary Approach to Success. This book is by Adam Grant. It is the most interesting book that I have read so far this year. It talks about givers and takers and who these people are and who are givers and who are takers and the differences between them and how givers make up of a large population. Now, we've all heard of the phrase nice guys finish last. Adam talks about it. Now, Adam has a PhD. He's done tons of research, and he's actually a scholar as well. So he talks about that phrase, nice guys finish last. And he's like, there's a lot of truth in that phrase. And what he's saying is that yes, givers do come at last. But guess what? Givers are also the winners. They also finish first. So who's in the middle? All the takers. You think that takers would be the winners of the whole group? Not true. They fall right in the middle, right next to matchers. And who are matchers? Matchers basically match whatever they're given. They're like tit for tat kind of thing. So the book is amazing. I absolutely love listening to it. I've got about 3.5 hours left to go in the book, and it's been a great read. I've applied a lot of the things that I've learned here, and I am grateful for the recommendation that I received for this book. The next book that's on my list to finish, this is an amazing book. This book is called The Creative Curve by Alan Gannett. How to Develop the Right Idea at the Right Time. Now, Alan Gannett is a CEO of Track Maven. He has a very amazing mind that is extremely analytical, and so he talks about different analogies. And I've got 5 hours left. It's an awesome book. It opens my mind about creativity, in which you really have to do the grind. You really have to work at it to build up your creativity. He's got examples of great artists such as Van Gogh and great musical artists like Paul McCartney of the Beatles and uh, Beethoven, and how they were prodigies themselves, but what people don't talk about is how how much work they themselves put into creating this amazing, amazing attitude or the creation that they created. So yeah, it's a great book. I would definitely recommend it. It's available on Audible, Amazon Bookstore. You can also pick it up via a Kindle ebook format. One more book that I've been rereading is called Outliers: The Story of Success. It's amazing how, in the stories of success and books that talk about success, mention so many situations that could not be recreated unless certain things happen. It's how the creativity curve talks about right ideas at the right time, right? So to get to that point, Outliers talks about why certain things work and are successful in a way that is not understandable unless you take a deep look and look at all the situations surrounding such successes. For example, Bill Gates. He is a child prodigy in programming and engineering. Well, how did he manage to get there? So the story was in the 70s, around the time that Bill Gates was going to college or high school, the PTA managed to have the school acquire a machine or have rights access to a computer system that the engineers that worked on it didn't have more than 8 hours to work on. But Bill Gates had untethered access to these machines. This is when he was going to high school, and he loved programming so much that he spent countless hours on programming. So when the right time came, when IBM needed a software to compete with PC-DOS, Microsoft or Bill Gates was like, "Hey, I can write that for you. It's a piece of cake. I've been doing this for years. I've been programming for 10,000 plus hours." Right? So that's where the 10,000 hours rule comes from. And Malcolm Gladwell in Outliers talks very lightly about the 10,000 hours. That's basically the average number of hours you want to be doing something to get good at something. But to become an expert in anything at all, you need to spend more than 10,000 hours. But so that was just a number of hours that was just extracted from some kind of research at one point. So the book is amazing. And the reason I started rereading the book is because I've been taking the course, the masterclass course taught by Malcolm Gladwell on masterclass.com. And I recently finished the class. I watched all 25 of his videos. How good am I at writing? Well, I've got the basics down. I am working on writing a book. I've got the outline down for this book. I just need to fill it out with actual content. Whew. Outliers is an amazing book. If you get a chance, if you haven't read it yet, go out and get Outliers. Some other amazing, awesome books that you want to check out: Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk, Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. Both of these books are basically first and the second. Crush It first, Crushing It second. And the span of time between the two books is about 10 years. And both books are amazing. Crush It is the blueprint on how you can become the crusher of what you love and crush it out there. Crushing It talks about those same topics, and there's feedback and there's stories of other people that have crushed it, that discovered Gary's book later on in their life as they were crushing it, and they're like, wait, I could crush it even better. And that's where Crush It comes from. Gary Vaynerchuk is an amazing individual. He is a practitioner of the things that he's constantly doing to make his brand big and huge out there. So yeah, check out those two books and practice, practice, practice everything that he's preaching, and you will be successful. I hope to be there one day. So I just gotta crush it. I gotta grind. I gotta keep doing this day in, day out, and eventually I'll get good at it, and people will want to listen to me a little more. Anyhow, that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Hacks and Hobbies is my passion and my way of giving it back to the community of what I've learned over the years, and I hope to continue sharing my knowledge and what I've learned. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.